Hello, everybody. Today, I'm happy to welcome Maureen Doron. She's the owner of Skirt, a fabulous women's store in Bryn Mawr. She also has a location in Stone Harbor. Hi, Maureen. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
There are so many wonderful topics we could discuss and chat probably the rest of the day, but I really wanted today to focus just on your ideas and philosophy on returns and how that evolved over time.
Okay. I would say about 10 years ago, I had, some standard boutique return policies, 7 days, store credit, all sales, all markdown merchandise final. We also were closed on Sundays at that point. And around 10 years ago, I decided this isn't going to work. I'm going to turn this on its head. We had gotten feedback from customers saying that they really weren't shopping with us. They were shopping at the department stores because they had a better return policy. And that just kept me up at night. So we decided to change our return policy to essentially, we have no return policy. We wanted to make the customers happy, but doing this was so scary that when I first changed the return policy, I was like, okay, let's just take our return policy off of our receipt. And we know that internally that we'll take it back for them, but we don't want to encourage it. So let's just do it quietly. And so we did that, and it had no impact either way on the business. And I thought, well, this is really stupid. If I'm going to have what I consider the best return policy in the city, then I should be screaming it from the mountaintops.
Right.
So we decided that we would announce our new return policy and make a big deal about announcing it. And we did it as a cause marketing event. And we said, we want you all to know that we have the best return policy ever. No, if you're not happy, our return policy is if you're not happy, we want to take it back. Whether it's been 7 days or 3 months, we don't want you having stuff hanging in your closet with skirts tags on it that you don't look at and feel happy when you see. And we are going to go a step further than that. For 1 week only, we are going to let you return anything that you have ever bought from Skirt in the last 15 years. We don't care. We don't care how old it is. We don't care if it, if it has holes in it. Now we maxed it at we ended up, we let them return one thing, and we donated that item to a women's charity that partnered with us. And we capped it at $100. We gave them $100 store credit. And I cannot tell you the response we got. People couldn't believe that this was true. They would come in with something like, are you serious? I'm really, and we had one of our busiest weeks of the year that week. And essentially what we were doing is giving them a $100 coupon. And we know based on our average sale that was really only going to be about 15% off. So it was a win-win, and everyone was talking about it. It created such buzz and such goodwill throughout the rest of the year that now it's an event we do every year. It continues to be one of our 3 top weeks of the year. And we've gotten strategic about it. We now know to plan to have this. We have it in the winter when it's quiet in January. And we have it while we're on sale, but not at clearance, not final sale, but right before all this stuff is about to go to final sale. And
that's a great idea.
And they say, well, can I use this? Can I use the credit on? And we say, you have to use the credit today, but we don't put it like that. We say and we're going to help you pick a perfect new item today. Our stylists are here and waiting for you to help pick you something you're going to love for years to come today. And they say oh, well, can I even use it on your sales section? And I'm in my head saying yes, please use it on my sales section. Please. I've already written that stuff off. Please take all of the sale. And when they hear they can use it on the sales stuff too, they just feel like they just won the lottery.
Right.
And all of this stems from a lesson that I learned from Bob Nagin at Whiz Bang Retail, which is the lifetime value of a customer. And we were having a customer come in and be upset that we weren't letting her return a $350 dress. And we were keeping our $350, but we were losing that customer possibly for her entire life because she was so mad.
Right.
So that is the philosophy that started, like, we're never going to lose a customer over $500 or $1,000. It's just not worth it. It's too hard and too expensive to get new customers. Why would I ever do anything to alienate my customers? And then I've trained my staff to go one step further. And when someone comes in with a return, you know the feeling. You're like, oh, I have this bag with me, so they're going to know I'm going to want to return something. We welcome them and make them feel comfortable from the get. Like, oh, you have a return? Great. Let me take that for you. I'll get it started while you look around. What are you looking for today? Like, we want to make them feel so at ease making a return.
Right.
Because that's the feeling we want them to think of when they think of skirt.
Right. Right. So did you see did you see returns go up when you changed your philosophy?
They actually went down when we started this return policy. And it's such a great sales tool for my salespeople because they can sell with 100% confidence that they're not trying to talk them into something that isn't the perfect thing for them, because they can say, hey, if you don't love it when you get home, bring it back. But maybe, and we know that once they get it in their home, it's most likely staying.
Right.
But that ability to be low pressure about it by saying, like, and if you don't love it, you can always bring it back, is such a great sales tactic.
Right. And I think that you really bonded and created a relationship with your customers that, goes beyond what normal retailers generally have. I wrote a blog about it, and this is a link in that blog about the 95-5 rule, that, we make up rules for the 95% of our customers because of the 5% of the people who take advantage or return or whatever. And we're not really thinking about how we're hurting the other 95%. So you're actually working against yourself. Of all the retailers that I know, which are many, you have been the boldest and embraced this more than anybody that I've met, and used it to your advantage. And it's now a tool in your toolkit to market and grow your business and your personality, and most importantly, enhance your brand. Yeah. And what I love is the fact your timing of it's just brilliant. Yeah.
I mean, and we've got better at it every year, and I'm always trying to be strategic in any decision I make. And now it's just not only a better return policy, but a giant part of our marketing calendar every year.
Right. Right. And your brand is enhanced because of it.
Definitely. It definitely feels like, makes us feel more trustworthy, I feel.
Right. Well, great. Well, thank you for your time today. For me, writing about it doesn't mean as much as hearing somebody who's actually experienced and had the courage to go forward and be different and set themselves apart and really do something great. I remember when I started in the retail business, the Limited came about. And one of the things that they were really the first that really knew how to do narrow and deep merchandising assortments. But the other thing they did is they put on the back of every ticket, no sale is ever final. And it was big and bold, and they were competing with a lot of small mom and pops that had a very similar policy, that was punishing to the customers.
Yeah.
And their brand just exploded at that time. Yeah. So I think you're a modern day version of that, and congratulations. And thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.